It's a Friday, so we're loading up for the morning. The truck's still out of gas because we didn't have time last night to fill it up. We just came straight back. So, we're gonna run. Joey's down mowing somewhere. He's just a few houses down, so I'm gonna go meet him there and help him knock out that yard. And then we will be headed to our sod job for the day. So, we've got one pallet of sod to install, and we've got to grind those stumps. So I've never actually used a stump grinder before, so that'll be an interesting trial, but we'll see how the day goes. Hopefully it'll be pretty exciting, but we'll give it a shot. It's a Friday. So this is our project this morning. We just got here and backed up the trailer, so we'll get started. We're grinding these out and then installing sod. So we've got a rough grade on this area here, so I'm going to go over and kind of break it out again some more. And then once we do that, we'll be able to start laying some sod. We're going to lay it straight along this path here, and we're going to lay the sod going long ways this way, just due to because there's not really any slope out here, and so you never want sod to be laid, you want it to be laid against the slope. So if the slope's coming down this way, you want to lay your sod that way, and vice versa. If your slope's going this way, then you want to lay your sod against the slope. Otherwise it'll go in between the long creases of the sod, because you'll have creases all the way up, and if the slope's coming this way, it'll just wash your sod apart. So we're gonna finish grading this out. Joey's still grinding on the stumps over there, and then I'm gonna start laying sod here and kind of work our way up. We gotta go all the way to up there.
What a wonderful, and I think to myself, what a wonderful.
You can see that as I lay the sod, I'm folding over the corners here, and that's due to the fact that when we go cut it, our cuts will already be marked, so we don't forget to cut our sod around this corner. Another thing to notice is that you want to stagger joints. We have a joint here, 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 there, all the way up, and this prevents water from just washing all the way through, washing all of your sod to the side. So if you stagger joints, it kind of keeps all of your sod in place whenever it rains until it takes. So on this particular stump grinder, you've got an on switch there, an on switch there. There's your throttle. This is your parking brake for that tire for while you're actually grinding. This raises and lowers your handle for the operator. And there's your pull cord, your choke, your fuel line on and off, and there's your choke, there's your throttle for the actual engine. So we're still laying sod in this area, and Joey's over there stump grinding. They gave us a stump grinder, and the stump grinder has like zero sharpness on the blade, so it's making it pretty hard, but we've ground a good bit. We're back to the rental place once he finishes grading that. So I'm gonna water this grass. We're about halfway through with laying it, and we've got around half a pallet left, but it's going pretty smoothly so far. This is the middle blade. So Joey's blowing off up there. We finished up all this sod here, and we've got the stump grinder loaded up. We've got about a 40-minute trip before we get to the rental place. So he's blowing off. We fueled it up. Always make sure when you're returning them to clean them, fill them up with gas, do all that stuff. Otherwise, they'll get you with a ton of fees. So we got our pile of debris back here, and I'm gonna finish cleaning up this stuff, and then we'll head out. So this project's finished up. Got a little walkway there, and there's all the sod that we laid. So looks a good bit different without the stumps and everything, and probably seed this area said. So we're taking off. Gotta go drop off the stump grinder. So got a 45-minute drive. Not looking forward to that, but it'll be all right. So we stopped at a gas station on the way. Joey's grabbing a charger because our charger actually broke. So the end of the charger here broke off in my phone yesterday. So that's frustrating, but he's grabbing another charger, and then we should be all set and on our way. But we finished up the project for today. It took 5 hours and 48 minutes, and it was a $2,080 job. And I believe we had, depending on if we get an extra fee for the stump grinder or not. So the stump grinder was supposed to be returned by 2 o'clock. It's 3:44 now. I don't know if they'll charge me for an extra day or not, but we had about 500 in materials if they charge me an extra fee. So we dropped off the stump grinder, so we're back to having a halfway clean trailer again. But normally what we do is we put a tarp in the back of the truck for all of the debris, but we didn't do it this time. We should have. But so we've got all of our trimmings and everything there, and they'll unload those Monday at the dump. You need to see the dump trailer back there. It's full too, so I have to dump both of these. What I'm about to do is I'm going to blow off the yard, and I'm going to overseed it with rye so that it'll be growing during winter, and then it'll kind of be good advertising to the neighbors around us as well. So then it'll stay green and beautiful during the winter. So I'm going to zip through it with the mower real quick, and then maybe I can video me putting down some ryegrass seed. So I just got out here. I'm going to blow all the leaves, like I blew around that tree, blow around this tree and those trees over there. So I'm going to try to set up the camera over here where y'all will be able to see me mow through this real quick, and then I'll overseed it. So you can see in the video that I'm using this chute right here. So that's kind of a blocker, and I use that whenever I go around the perimeter, and that prevents from shooting it like on the neighbor's lawn and such. So these kind of spreaders are controlled by how fast you go. So the faster you go, the wider that the seed is spread. And so I'm going at kind of slow pace just because I want to get a good thick coverage. So we've got some bare areas in the yard that hopefully this seed will kind of help fill in. I didn't aerate in advance just because I did it in spring and summer. So it's already been aerated twice this year, so I figured we'd need one more.